The USDA releases the food pyramid. Bread at the bottom, 6 to 11 servings a day. Fat at the top. Eat sparingly. 100 million Americans follow it. Schools teach it. Doctors recommend it. Your parents believed it. But here's what they didn't tell you. The scientists who created it warned against it. The data showed it would cause obesity, and the government released it anyway. Why? Because the food industry paid them $50 million to do it. In the 30 years since the food pyramid, American obesity rates tripled, diabetes doubled, heart disease skyrocketed. This wasn't an accident. This was the plan. Today I'm going to show you the documents, the money trail, the scientists who tried to stop it, and why your entire understanding of healthy eating was designed to make you sick. The food pyramid was a lie, and you paid the price. The food pyramid, you learned it in school. 6-11 servings of grains, bread, pasta, cereal, 2-3 servings of dairy, and fat, avoid it. This was the official nutrition guideline from 1992 to 2005, endorsed by the USDA, taught to 50 million children, followed by families nationwide. But it had a problem. It was backwards. By the end of this video, you'll know who created the food pyramid and why. The money trail from big food to the USDA. What the science actually showed. How it caused the obesity epidemic. And what happened to the scientists who tried to stop it. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is documented fact. With receipts, let's go. Senator George McGovern, Senate Committee on Nutrition. They're investigating American health. Heart disease is killing millions. They want answers. The committee hires Dr. Mark Hegsted, Harvard nutritionist. His job, create dietary guidelines. Hegsted reviews the science and reaches a conclusion. Fat isn't the problem. Sugar is, specifically refined carbohydrates, white bread, pasta, breakfast cereals. The data is clear. High-carb diets spike insulin, cause weight gain, led to diabetes. His recommendation, limit grains, increase fat, focus on whole foods. But there's a problem. The food industry, the wheat lobby, the Sugar Association, General Mills, Kellogg's, they make billions selling grains. If Americans eat less bread and cereal, they lose everything. So they do what corporations do. They lobby. 1977-1980, $47 million in lobbying. Direct payments to USDA officials. Campaign contributions to McGovern. Threats to pull funding. The message is clear. Change the guidelines, or else. 1980. The dietary guidelines are released. Hegsted's recommendations? Reversed. Fat is now the enemy. Carbs are the foundation. 6-11 servings of grains per day. The science was ignored. The money won. But it gets worse. The USDA wants a visual. Something simple. For schools. For families. They hire nutritionist Louise Light. Her team spends 2 years reviewing research, testing designs. Their final recommendation, pyramid base, vegetables and fruits, middle, protein and dairy. Top, grains, 3 to 4 servings max. Fats include healthy fats, olive oil, nuts. This aligns with the science, Mediterranean diet, whole foods based. But the USDA rejects it. Why? The National Grain Board, the Dairy Council, they demand changes. Grains must be the base, 6-11 servings minimum. Low-fat dairy, mandatory. Louise Light protests. She shows them the data. High-carb diets cause obesity. The science is clear. She's told, this isn't about science. This is about the industry. 1992. The food pyramid is released. Grains at the base, 6-11 servings. Fruits and vegetables, 2 to 4 servings. Protein, 2 to 3 servings. Fats and oils, use sparingly. Louise Light's pyramid, flipped upside down. She later writes, they took our research and inverted it. What we said to eat sparingly, they made the foundation. What we said was essential, they made optional. It was a travesty, but it was official, and 100 million Americans followed it. Who paid for the food pyramid? Let's follow the money. 1988-1992, USDA nutrition budget, $127 million. Sources: public funding, $77 million. Industry partnerships, $50 million. Who are these partners? The National Grain Board, $18 million. The Sugar Association, $12 million. General Mills, $8 million. Kellogg's, $7 million. Dairy Council, $5 million. They didn't just donate. They had seats at the table. Literally, internal USDA memos, released 2004 via FOIA. Industry representatives will review all materials before publication. Recommendations must align with industry growth projections. Grain consumption targets increase 40% by 2000. This wasn't nutrition science. This was a business plan. And it worked. 1992-2000. Grain consumption increased 38%. Cereal sales, $4.2 billion. Pasta sales, $2.1 billion. Bread sales, $3.8 billion. The food industry made $10+ billion, while American health collapsed. What happened when America followed the food pyramid? Let's look at the data. 1992, food pyramid released. Obesity rate, 23%. Diabetes rate, 4.9%. 2000, 8 years later. Obesity rate, 30.5%. Plus 32% increase. Diabetes rate, 7.3%. Plus 49% increase. 2005, food pyramid retired. Obesity rate, 32.2%. Diabetes rate, 9.1%. 2010, obesity rate, 35.7%. Diabetes rate, 11.3%. The pattern is clear. The more Americans followed the food pyramid, the sicker they got. But it's worse than statistics. Real people, real consequences. Case study: Jennifer M., age 32 in 1992, followed food pyramid religiously. Breakfast, low-fat cereal, skim milk toast. Lunch, pasta with marinara bread. Dinner, rice, chicken breast, vegetables. Snacks, pretzels, low-fat cookies. She was eating healthy, by the guidelines. 6-11 servings of grains, low-fat dairy, limited fats. Result after 5 years. Weight plus 45 pounds. Diagnosis, type 2 diabetes, age 37. Cholesterol, sky high, despite low-fat diet. She did everything right. The guidelines were wrong, and she's not alone. Millions have the same story. Some scientists tried to stop it. Dr. Walter Willett, Harvard School of Public Health, 1998. He publishes a study, "The Food Pyramid is Making America Fat." His research shows high-carb, low-fat diets increase obesity risk by 67%. Refined grains spike insulin more than sugar. The pyramid is scientifically indefensible. The USDA's response: Dr. Willett's research is flawed. They don't provide counter-evidence, just dismissal. Dr. Louise Light, the nutritionist who designed the original pyramid, 2004. She writes a book, What to Eat. In it, she exposes how industry corrupted her work, how the USDA ignored science, how she was silenced. Quote, "I was told my career would be destroyed if I spoke out. They meant it. I lost my position, my reputation. But I couldn't stay silent while millions suffered." Dr. Robert Atkins. Yes, the Atkins diet guy, 1992. He testifies before Congress. The food pyramid will cause a health catastrophe. High carb, low fat is the opposite of what humans need. He's mocked, called a quack, ridiculed in the media. 2002. Studies start proving he was right. Low carb diets, better for weight loss, better for diabetes, better for heart health. The science vindicated him, but the damage was done. The USDA quietly retires the food pyramid. They replace it with My Pyramid. Same terrible advice, different graphic. 2011, they try again. My Plate. Still grain heavy, still low fat, still wrong. But here's what's interesting. Internal documents, FOIA 2015 show, the USDA knew in 1997 the pyramid was failing. Obesity data was clear. They considered revising it, but industry stakeholders blocked it. Quote from memo, "Changing course now would undermine industry investments and invite litigation." Translation, admitting they were wrong would cost billions. So they let millions stay sick. 2016. More documents released. The sugar industry paid Harvard researchers $50,000 in 1967 to publish studies blaming fat instead of sugar. This influenced the 1977 guidelines, which influenced the 1992 pyramid. The corruption goes back 50-plus years. And today, the USDA still partners with food corporations. The Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee still includes industry-funded scientists. The same system that created the food pyramid is still in place, just with a new name. The food pyramid wasn't a mistake. It was a business decision, designed to sell more grains, more processed food, more sugar at the cost of your health. 100 million people followed it and got sicker. The scientists who knew better were silenced. The data was ignored. The money won. Before you go, what health advice are you following right now? Is it based on science, or is it based on who paid for the research? Comment below. Subscribe for more health lies exposed. Next video. The diet doctors pushed and never took themselves. And remember, when experts say trust the science, ask, who funded the science? The truth might make you sick. Stay skeptical. See you next time.